friends, I'm here to issue you a money challenge today, July 1st, 2020. I don't know about you guys, but my money hasn't exactly been doing everything that I wanted it to so far this year. So this money challenge is going to help us get back on track, and it's going to be good for you whether you are a lifelong budgeter or if you are brand new to budgeting. If you just can't get the freaking thing to work for you, keep watching because I guarantee you this is going to help. So what I'm challenging you guys to do, and I'm also taking on myself, is to track every single expense. And here's the kicker, in real time. So you go get some gas, you immediately write that expense down and what it was for in a notebook, in a notes app on your phone, just somewhere where you can keep track of every single expense. I will personally be taking a photo of every expense that I make and posting it to my stories live on Instagram, where you can find me at Go Budget Girl. I did this for an entire month back in October, and you guys really seemed to enjoy it, but I didn't post about it on YouTube. So I understand some of you guys here on YouTube might not be having all the Instagram fun with me. It'll also be in my Facebook stories, but I am holding myself accountable to you and to myself because this is gonna be a big spending month for me. This month, I am moving from this apartment here into my new house. I have to purchase a fridge, a washer, a dryer. I have to pay for the rest of the floor renovation and the other work that I currently have a contractor doing in my new home. It's gonna be pricey. I also just bought a new car a couple of days ago because I got into a little accident. Once again, check out my Instagram if you want to see what happened there. It was very unfortunate, but I'm okay and everyone else is too, and that's the important thing. And that's what emergency funds are for. So I will be putting every single purchase that I make up live for the whole internet to judge in real time, and here's how it's going to help you and here's how it's going to help me. When I budget normally, I keep a monthly budget and have for years, and it is the secret to me being able to get out of debt, save an emergency fund, pay cash for cars, buy this house. Everything that I have been able to do with my money has been based around this budget and keeping track of what I'm doing so that I know where my money is going and essentially telling it where to go to work best for me. It is the secret, but I remember what it was like just getting started and setting out my budgeting categories and estimating that I was gonna spend $200 on food. And then I spent $400 and I was just like, you know what, that's fine. I'll try again next month. When I budget now, I usually budget about every week or so. I have pretty regular spending and I keep all of my receipts in my wallet, and I go through about once a week and I log them into my digital spreadsheet budget that I've had for years, that I've been modifying and tweaking this entire time. It is available, by the way, in my Etsy shop. I do it about once a week. So that doesn't really change how my spending is. It shows me at the end of the month what my spending was. But when you log your purchases somewhere, immediately it changes how you spend. And at the very least, if you are new to budgeting and have been having trouble budgeting, at the end of this month, if you choose to do this, if you choose to just even write down in a note on your phone or on a piece of paper, every single time you buy something or spend money, you will have a 30-day purchase log, an outline that you can use to create a feasible budget for your life. So if you keep trying to create budgets that are unrealistic, that don't reflect the way that you're spending money right now, of course you're going to fail. So if at the end of this month you take that spending sheet and you total it up and say, okay, I spent $400 on food, I spent $200 on gas, I spent $150 on restaurants, I spent $200 on clothes, you can make a budget that reflects that and try to adjust down a little from there to then make your money go where you would prefer it to. When faced with those raw numbers of what you actually spend in a month, you can adjust it a little. Maybe the next month, instead of spending $150 on restaurants, you could spend $120. Maybe instead of spending a little more on clothes, you could spend a little bit less. that month and get your spending under control, and then all of a sudden you have this little bit of money at the end of the month left that you can use to not be behind on your bills, to save up a mini emergency fund, to start doing the things that you want to do with your money instead of just wondering where it went. I'm doing this challenge again, for me, for one, because I know that when I log my purchases immediately, it makes me think about whether or not I actually want to make that purchase. And it makes me be more considerate about the money that is coming out of my account when I log it immediately. So I will be doing that live and in real time all this month in my stories on Facebook and Instagram. You can just check them there. I'm also going to save them all for accountability in a July spending highlights folder on Instagram. I will link both of those channels down below. I challenge you, come along with me this month. This is why I didn't give you any warning. You gotta start today. You gotta track your spending in your real life. And when you're intentional about every single time you spend money, you can start to control it. So hopefully for me, this will be able to help me keep my extraneous spending in check, because I have a lot of expenses upcoming this month, and I really need to keep all of my variable expenses on lock. I don't need to be spending too much on restaurants or clothes or Amazon or anything. So hopefully if I have to take a picture of my spending every single time I press that purchase button, it's gonna keep me in line. And I think it'll keep you in line too. This is the basics, y'all. This can help anybody. Back to basics. I think we could all use it right now. I would absolutely love for you to join me. Please tell me in the comments down below that you are in tracking your spending this month. You don't have to be like me and show it to anybody, but keep it for yourself. Let's do this. Okay, I will see you guys next time. Link to Instagram down below. Let's get transparent. Oh, and in the spirit of transparency, since it's July 1, so today I already posted my last rent check, which I turned in to my office. My lease expires at the end of the month here, so I gotta get the heck out. And also, my very first mortgage payment was due today, so I paid that as well. Which, yes, between $665 for rent and $1,700 for my mortgage, I am spending over $2,300 on housing this month, which is insane, because I've never spent anywhere close to that before. In fact, when I started this journey, I was making $1,600 a month, and my rent was $400 a month. That was 6 years ago, and in a very small town in Louisiana. So the fact that these are now expenses that I can handle, especially both in 1 month, is really novel to me. And don't worry, that's not counting the amount that Jacob is paying for half of the rent at here, and is contributing with a rent payment at the new place. And I also am getting a check from my renters on the other side of my new duplex that will defray some of that cost. But still, those were some real big payments to make July 1. So let's get into it. We got this. Bye.